Hi. People often ask me in emails and stuff like that if I do guided meditations, if I both take them myself and do them, and also if I offer them. And up until tonight, my answer has always been no. And the reason is because when you're sitting with your eyes closed and you're connecting to yourself, under a lot of the crap in your life and all the stuff that you're holding on to, I believe there is a guide. There's something that tells you what to do. And if you listen to audio of someone telling you what to do, like focus here or do this work or imagine this or whatever, you start to make that guide your answer, and you give your mind a job at a time that your mind needs to rest. Like steering your mind to this and focus on this and, imagine this, whatever, is work for your mind. And what I really love to do is sit and close my eyes and allow whatever comes up to come up and be a space to just let it be there. And up until today, I have not been, even though I think guided meditation is way better than nothing, I've not been someone who's been pushing for that or talked about that much. But I do realize today that if there was something I could say during a meditation, it's be okay with whatever comes up. Be okay with what's coming up. Because a lot is coming up. And we make the mistake when something comes up of thinking that it's something that we should run from, or thinking that it's something we need to fix. Sometimes something will come up and you'll suddenly have an image in your childhood from something and you'll think, what do I do with this? What does this mean? And I really believe a reason that these things are coming up is because they're leaving. Before that came up, you might be moving as if that's a part of you. You might feel upset about something. You might feel angry or sad. And you have all these different feelings. And then at one point, you'll realize you're looking at the angry feeling or the sad feeling versus being the sad. You'll be looking at it. And sometimes it might actually show you something or whatever, and it's trying to leave. You're the one looking at it, and your job is to be okay with it. Then you might think, I can't get rid of it. That's okay. You might think, I'm confused, and I'm like, cool, be okay with that. You might think, that doesn't make any sense. What does this mean? You don't need to figure out what it means. Just be okay with it being there. What do I do with this? Nothing. Just let it be there. So I run from it? No. So I avoid it? No. You're giving yourself an assignment when you're really just the space that this is showing up in. Be okay with it. So notice, even when I say that, all these questions might show up in your mind. And just be okay with the questions being there. I don't get this. Cool. I don't understand. Cool. I'm confused. Great. Be okay with confusion. What do I do now? Nothing. Just be okay. Be okay with your, I don't get it. Be okay with you. Be okay with, yeah, but now I'm feeling really sad. Great. Yeah, but now I want to do this. Cool. Are you okay with that it wants to do this? That doesn't mean do what it wants to do. That means, are you okay with that it wants to do that? You're the space looking at it. None of these things have to be what you do. They can just show up. And when you're truly okay with something, it will leave. And you will expand yourself to a place where you're okay with more. And that doesn't mean you tolerate more. That means you're a bigger space of connection. And what you're not is leaving. Sometimes it'll leave through seeing it. Sometimes it leaves through emotions. And sometimes it doesn't leave. And then you be okay with that. So just walk around with this pain all day? Yes. And when you finally walk around with that pain and you're okay with that pain, and you realize your capacity is bigger than you thought, that you don't have to run from something, that something's coming up and you're now someone that can handle that. And then it comes up and you go, I'm okay, I'm confused. Now you can handle confusion. And then you go, who's confused? This old me that thinks that I have to find an answer whenever I don't understand something. You might feel abandoned by something. You might feel unseen for a second. And you get okay with feeling unseen. And then you realize you're seeing the unseen you. And you move out of being the person that doesn't feel seen and into the space that sees the unseen. But this isn't something that you can bypass with your mind. You have to make space, make time, and be quiet and listen. So I'd like to offer you right now my guided meditation. And remember that my belief and my thought and my offer, and you do what you want with this. And I always say it's my belief. This is what I do. And this is what really changes my life every time, is knowing I'm okay with that. Because stuff gets stuck when it's coming up because we're not okay with it. It's that act of learning, I gotta go fix this, that makes it stay there. It's almost like, imagine if a dentist pulled an old filling out of your mouth. You're gonna see it when it's on its way out. You don't have to do anything. It's taking care of it. And the universe or life wants to do surgery on you, and it's just gonna pull stuff up. And you're just going to let it, like you're on an operating table. But if the dentist pulled that filling out and on the way out, you grabbed it and went, what does this mean? What do I do? You're now keeping it. You're now keeping it. So your job is to let every emotion that wants to come up, come up. Because none of these things that are coming up are bigger than what you are. They can seem bigger because you might trick yourself into thinking you're the small story that can't handle this. But by connecting to your body and being patient and letting these things come up and letting these things be there, you prove to yourself you're the space that these things are showing up in. You're the space that's bigger than those things. You're the space that looks at those things. You're the space that observes those things. So I like to do this for at least a couple hours a day. I've done it for a couple years now. My entire life has changed. My relationships have changed. My friendships have changed. My career has changed. And I want to offer you the opportunity to experience this. So if you'd like to join me in this, sit in a position that's comfortable, but not something that you'd fall asleep in. Like, you might not want to rest your head against a pillow, but you don't have to get all strict on yourself and sit in a certain position. You don't have to do this. You don't have to wear a bunch of beads. You can. Totally awesome if you want to, but this is much more about just sitting than the other style of guided meditation. What I like to do is sit and just listen to silence, and all ways work. I'm just offering my way. So you sit, in a position that feels comfortable, but not something that will make you fall asleep. And put your feet flat on the floor. And just take a deep breath. And just be with. And notice all the thoughts that start to come up. Am I going to do this right? Am I even going to do this? This is crazy. I saw how long this video is. Is he really going to go that long? Who's talking? And who's judging this? Am I going to do this right? Who's doing that? Who's asking? Who's scared? So whatever comes up, imagine that's the little you that thinks there's a right or wrong way to do something, that thinks there's somewhere else to get to other than right here, and feel compassion for that little you. And every time you feel something that comes up that feels painful, feel compassion and feel through that feeling. Something might feel stuck. Something might feel emotional. And your job is to feel it. So take another deep breath and close your eyes. And we're just going to go deeper. And notice, but don't fix. Be with. Just observe. Whatever comes up, it's okay. Let it be there. You might have a thought like, it's not working for me. What does that mean? How does something work if you get rid of it? Don't try to get rid of it. Whatever stuckness you might feel, It's okay. Observe the stuckness. And if you catch yourself judging it, be okay with that. It's okay that you're judging it. Every second's a new second for you to be okay with what is. Whatever you're feeling is perfect. Even the most stuck or excited or sad or angry, it's perfect. Because even when it doesn't look like it's moving towards something, it is. But know that it's perfect even when it's not where you think it should be. Without understanding it, wherever you are right now, whatever's coming up is perfect. At one point, too, if you want, you can notice the things that are happening right now. If that calls to you, notice that your heart's beating and that you're breathing. These are things that are happening right now. And instead of thinking of what the thoughts are saying, just notice that right now you have thoughts. Notice that whether you perceive it as good or bad, what you're feeling, that you're feeling deeper. And whatever you're feeling right now has been buried inside of you. So you might be releasing it. It might be showing up now because you're creating a capacity to handle that. You're creating an opening. You're not distracting yourself right now. You're creating a portal. You might notice that the voice that was asking questions might be a little bit quieter right now. You might still hear the questions, but it might be a little bit quieter. And the silence that you're hearing might be a little bit louder. Take maybe 30 more seconds. Just appreciate that you took this time to do this. And if you feel like going longer, please do, because it gets exponentially better. Know that the farther you go, and the more you become okay with the things that feel hard and challenging, you will also feel little callings show up, little insights, little ideas, little next steps. If one shows up, feel free to listen to that. And then if you stay in it, you might find even a better one, or a faster one, or something that really excites you. Take in that I'm honored that we got to do this together. Take in that I feel that every time someone does this and works towards themselves and does this inner work and clears out some stuff and feels connected to themselves, they're making the world better. Know that a lot of the benefits will show up after doing this. This is like being at the gym. You're feeling resistance when you do this, but when you stop for the day, you'll notice all kinds of different things showing up. You'll feel better. You've now seen the triggered you a little bit and felt compassion for the little you, so now you can do that for other people. Someone comes up to you and they're a little kid, and you can see it. They don't trigger your little kid as much because you're connected to that little kid and loving it. So you'll be able to hold the space for other people when you do this work, and help them see themselves by you seeing the true them. Think of the depth of how much more you're listening to your body. And how much closer you are to it. And how differently you would act if you were really connected to your body. You might not feed it toxic stuff and might not stress as much. You might breathe deeper. Feel free to breathe deeper, because your body needs oxygen. Maybe after this, you might want to drink a lot of water. Hydrate yourself. Do something creative. Something that can further your expansion versus give your small story permission to go back. Expand yourself by being with this thing that knows how to make a plant blossom or grow your hair or your fingernails. Something is doing that. You can connect to that energy. It just wants to create through you. And just by doing this, you're making yourself receptive and untying all these addictions in your head. Keep feeling that. Feel the gratitude for the fact that you're doing this work and that you get to know this. You get to be someone on this planet who has awareness and gets to live really very fully. Let's use that. Let's appreciate that. And let's bring that to the world. You don't have to stress the same way when you know this. Feel that oxygen going into your lungs and into your body and into your bloodstream. Feel grateful that we live on this planet that is planting trees itself. It's creating trees so that you can breathe. It's creating water so that you can be hydrated. Feel connected to this earth that's your source of life. Feel gratitude towards your body for giving you so many amazing things. Your ears can help you hear incredible songs, and someone laughing, and your eyes for showing you the most beautiful sights, and your body does all these different things, and it doesn't ask for anything in return, and we just kick its butt all the time with stress and alcohol and addictions, because we're trying to get love out here versus in here. Be the love that you're chasing. Bring that love to the world. You don't need permission to be you. You are the permission. You don't need anyone's approval. You are the approval. Connect to this. Fall in love with this being that you are. And let me ask you, what would life be like if you actively connected to this for a couple hours a day? At least an hour a day. How different would your life be? How differently would you move? How fulfilled would you feel? How much of a space would you be for others? How relaxed would you be? How much less stress would you give your body? How much healthier would you be from here? What kind of food would this person eat? What kind of place would you live in? What would you let go of? Would you donate some stuff? Would you let go of things that don't align with you? What if you did that for a while? Like 100 days of this. How different would your life be? I want you to know how thankful I am that you're doing this. I'm honored to be with you tonight, or today for you, whenever you are watching this or doing the work. And I just want to thank you for doing this work with me. I'm honored to be on this planet with you, even if I don't know you personally. The world needs this. Whenever you feel ready, feel free to open your eyes. and pay attention today to how much fuller things feel, how much less of a hurry you're going to be in, how connected you are, how much you might see a deeper essence in other people. I'm going to let you go here, but I want to offer you to keep going if you want to keep going. You're doing the most work for the world you can by doing this work. You're accessing higher channels. You're accessing a higher you that can do more things, that can bring more to the world, that can heal the planet. So feel free to go another hour or 2 or 4, whatever you want. Even if it's just this, that's awesome. Thank you for doing this, and know that this video is available every day, anytime. If you feel overwhelmed, or you feel like going to a new place in yourself, this video is always here. I'd love to hear or read in the comments anything you might have experienced or are realizing about yourself from doing this work. Have an amazing day.